of the Auburn Public Schools for the time period of May 22nd, 2024 through May 21st, 2025.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Roll call vote, please. Ms. Parker?
Yes, aye.
Ms. McCrillis?
Yes.
You vote too?
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Ms. Harrington?
Sure, I'll do it again.
Ms. Wren?
Yes.
Ms. Refield?
Yes.
It is unanimous.
All right, thank you all for trusting me for another year. I will now request nominations for a vice chairperson.
I'd like to appoint Megan McCrillis as Vice Chairperson of the School Committee for the time period of May 22nd, 2024 through May 21st, 2025.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Roll call vote.
Yes.
Steph. Meg, you got it?
Sure.
Yes from me?
Yes.
Brooke?
Yes.
And Sam, yes. All right, it is a vote.
Thank you very much.
All right, kids, grab your pillows because I'm about to give you the history of the school committee secretary. Please note the following is received from MASC. By statute, Chapter 71, Section 36, the school committee appoints a secretary. This is the person who is responsible for keeping the minutes of the meetings. The vast majority of school committees use either a member of the superintendent's office staff or a third-party secretary in this role. It is not recommended that school committee members serve in this capacity, as it is exceedingly difficult to take minutes and participate in the business of the school committee. That being said, there are many school committees that by policy appoint a member to serve as either secretary or clerk in a somewhat ceremonial role as a third officer beyond the chair and vice chair. And I'm going to leave out the part about the 1960s when he started it. And based on the above, it is my recommendation that once again, you appoint a member of the school committee, not appoint a member of the school committee as secretary, instead leaving that responsibility to Mandy, the confidential secretary, to the superintendent. So I need a motion.
I'll make a motion to appoint Mandy Rocco as confidential secretary to the school committee for the time period May 22nd, 2024 through May 21st, 2025.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, it's all yours, Mandy. Do we have special recognitions
We
tonight?
do not this evening.
Okay. Seek a motion to approve the minutes from April 10th, 2024.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from April 10th, 2024.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. There's a vote. And no students tonight?
No, we're winding down.
All right. I will turn it over to you, Dr. Chamberlain.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So this evening for Student Spotlight, we have a group of students from Packagug to talk about their community service learning project for grade 2, along with some of the staff from Packagug. So we'll have everyone come up and introduce themselves and tell us about their project.
Welcome.
So this evening, we have 5 fabulous second graders from Packagug. They are actually going to tell you their name and their teacher's name in their presentation, so I'm going to leave that for them. Also, Mrs. Guitar and Mrs. Dunn are here as second grade teachers and representatives. I just want to point out, as the second grade team, one of their goals this year, their professional practice goal, was to ensure that they added additional traditions and celebrations and cultures into their classrooms. And they were able to actually, from our book fairs, we earned scholastic dollars, and we were able to purchase resources with realistic fiction stories for each of the holidays. And they worked through their PLCs and PD days to find additional resources and videos to bring many different cultures into the classrooms. And as I've been meeting with the teachers, they have noted how they just absolutely loved this. The kids are going to tell you how much they loved it, and that they will be continuing this and hoping to add to this. So I'm just really proud of the teachers, and I'm really proud of the students. So I am going to turn it over to Mrs. Guitar, who will start, and then the students will. I'm not touching the microphone. I will move it down for the children.
Thank you for letting us come and speak before you tonight. This is a super exciting time. I tend to end up at these at the end of the year, and I really enjoy, especially seeing these little kids speaking in front of adults. I know there are many adults who don't enjoy that, so really proud of them for that. They're going to introduce themselves, as Mrs. Stanek said, and they're going to share some facts that they learned about some world celebrations over actually the course of the whole year, starting in about October.
Excellent. Gently.
My name is Grace Garabedian. My teacher is Miss Dunn, and I'm going to share some facts about Diwali. It is celebrated between mid-September and mid-October. They celebrate for 5 days, and Diwali has been celebrated for 2,500 years.
Excellent.
My name is Sydney Raphael. My teacher is Miss Guitar, and I'd like to share some information about Hanukkah. It is celebrated in December. They eat latkes and jelly donuts. There are 24 different ways to spell Hanukkah.
Nice.
My name is Abby Wang. My teacher is also Miss Guitar, and here's what I learned about the Chinese New Year. It's celebrated between January and February. They buy new clothes to scare away the evil creatures. You get a red envelope filled with money.
My name is RJ Ayerte. My teacher is Mrs. Diha, and this is what I found about Ramadan. It is celebrated in March and April depending on the Islamic calendar. Kids must be 12 years old to fast. During Ramadan, they practice good deeds and kindness.
My name is TJ Racine. My teacher is Miss Lemire, and I'm going to finish with facts about Cinco de Mayo. It is celebrated on May 5th. They listen to mariachi bands when they are celebrating. During Cinco de Mayo, they gather together with family. We'd like to wrap up by telling you what celebration we enjoyed learning about the most.
My favorite celebration is Ramadan because they celebrate kindness a lot.
Nice.
My favorite is Hanukkah because I personally celebrate it. My favorite is Chinese New Year because I like that they put the money in the red envelopes.
My favorite is Cinco de Mayo because I like May and I love chips and salsa.
Me too.
My favorite is also Cinco de Mayo because I just love Mexican food, and food is a big part of their celebrations.
Nicely done.
Now they're going to go and give you a little gift. We made some of these flowers during our Cinco de Mayo study. So thank you for letting us speak to you tonight.
That was fantastic. You guys did a great job.
It's so cute.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Beautiful.
you. So pretty.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very much. Ooh, got it.
Any questions?
Yeah, does anyone have any questions for our second graders?
No.
Through the chair, what other crafts did you do? Did you do any other crafts when you were? Oh, that's so neat.
Through the chair, I was very glad to hear you. Oh, go ahead. Was there another one?
Another craft that we did with Oreos. What did we do?
I did see that. I did see
I
that.
did see that as
Did
well.
you get to eat
It's
the
super
Oreos?
cute.
Of course, we had extras.
They were lovely glued to a paper.
Well, I like that you talked about each of those, and I also liked about how then you talked about what was most interesting to you. Because was it fun learning about other celebrations? It seems like you had a lot of fun learning that. I think there are a lot of grown-ups that need to learn about some of those celebrations too. Excellent job, excellent job. What are you holding?
Oh, I'm holding a book. So this is what these.
Did it go on the mic?
Yeah.
This is what the books look like once we finish. We laminated just the cover, and we worked with the art teacher at our school too. So we did some cross-curricular work there where she created the cover, and they could design it with anything that they learned from a culture that they, or a celebration that they liked the best. And then each time we learned about a new celebration, we would read that book that Mrs. Stanek was talking about, the books that we ended up picking. You never know sometimes if you're going to like the books, but they were really good and great lead-ins into our lessons that we then went on to do. And so they did one for each of the 5 holidays or celebrations that you heard about tonight. And we just tied it together with some string, and they'll be going home for my class tomorrow.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
That's
Great.
excellent.
You may have already gotten them.
Well, nicely done. I think they deserve a round of applause.
Yes, definitely.
And a handshake.
Can we have you guys come up and shake our hands? And
Great job.
Very nicely done. Thank you for being here.
Done. Thank you for coming.
speaking. That was great.
Great job, honey. I like that red envelope.
Thank you
with
for
money,
coming.
Nice
Good job. Excellent
Excellent job. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Nicely done. Good job. Nice job, parents, family. Great job. Excellent. Well, we appreciate you coming.
Yes. I think
Always the best part of the meeting.
Definitely.
Yes, definitely.
Yep.
I like starting off with
And so you are all free to go.
Yes. Have a great summer, too.
Have a great summer. Have a great long weekend.
Have a great night.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
No, the
Thank
flowers
you.
are beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Thanks for
everyone.
coming.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Have a great night.
Nice job, everyone.
Coming.
Thank you.
Oh, it's adorable.
Can't hear.
That was cute.
Yeah, that was great.
second grade.
Yep.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Alrighty, move on to the boring stuff. We'll move on to new business.
Yeah, so new business. Our first item up tonight, I have Mr. DeLongchamp here to talk a little bit about this. We have not offered summer school at Auburn High School for a little bit. If you want to come to the mic, Mr. DeLongchamp. And so we often have students that will go to Millbury or to a neighboring town in the summertime to take a course, and they have to pay for that coursework. But I'll let Mr. DeLongchamp give you a few more details about why we feel it's important that we offer it here in Auburn this year.
Touch the mic or not touch the mic?
Talk. You're good. Don't touch it.
Okay. I have to follow Mr. Desto. I have to follow 5 Rockstar students. I have no gifts for anybody. I apologize. So as Dr. Chamberlain was mentioning, we have this small percentage of students who might struggle for a variety of different reasons and ultimately be credit deficient, having failed a class or 2. We've had students who have went to various schools. They've done some online things, but I think there's a way for us to create our own opportunity for our kids with some programming that we've been doing, where we've had some success over the last year. We've been using an online program called Ingenuity. It's very, very similar to some of the curriculum that we offer, and we feel like it will provide our students an opportunity to some of the problems, I should say first, that we've had with transportation, parents working. We wouldn't be busing kids back and forth. So that, I think those have been always hindrances of kids not being able to get to a summer school. And a lot of summer schools are attendance-based also. So with this here, we have an online opportunity that we feel like is very fair economically. Most summer schools, when you go look, if you're going to go sit in a classroom, they're 2 hours a day, usually for most of the month of July, and they go between $200 to $350 a class. We're looking to create an opportunity for our kids where we would offer $100 per class, a 2-class maximum. My hope is that some students will take advantage of it. I don't think we're going to have a large amount of students, but I think it's an opportunity for us to get some kids caught up during the summertime hours. As far as dates, we are looking at dates from July 8th through August 5th. That would be the time frame. With an online class, one of the benefits is that kids can pace themselves. So some students might be super motivated, and they could really get a lot of work done within, outside of just 2 hours a day. They might be able to do 3-4 hours if they really wanted to, just to cut the time short. We'd have people monitoring it, where we'd be able to see how much time they put in each day and how much work they've accomplished each week. And the program is that sophisticated that where it tells us like percents and how close they are to finishing the class. It also allows us to be able to tailor the courses to match our curriculum.
Perfect.
Uh-oh. Good.
I was trying to shut my watch off because I'm afraid it's going to go off, and an emergency went off, but it's okay.
Okay. You gave me a look like I said something
Sorry,
wrong.
no,
Okay.
sorry, I panicked.
So ultimately, that's. I don't know if you guys have any questions for me. We did have summer school versions of summer school pre-COVID before I started. I think this is one way to get it started again and see what we can get for interest.
Is it run by our faculty at the high
We
school?
would have to have a couple people be able to monitor the weekly activity.
Okay.
Sometimes what happens is a student might get started and they might get locked out of something just because of technology, and we might need to restart it. So we might have right now just about 20 students who we've had ongoing using it throughout the regular school year. That's attached to myself and the counseling team. And the students, it's a quick email to us to say, hey, can you reopen this for us? We go in, it's a click of a button to be able to kind of monitor things. So it's not a real labor-intensive process.
So
Yes.
they would submit payment, like if they'll sign up with a registration form?
Yes.
Because I know there's a revolving account
Yes,
that's
and we
already set up for
we
the
have
high
created
school.
we have created some paperwork too. And it might be very, very similar to previous iterations. So it came from our guidance team. So.
And it does say here that there would be financial assistance if needed.
Yes.
So, yeah, I would just make sure that the families that would need it know they can get it.
Sure. Absolutely.
Any other questions or? No. No? All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
I need a motion to approve it.
I'll make a motion to approve AHS Summer School for students who require credit recovery.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Righty.
Excellent, thank you all so much.
Yeah, no problem. That's great for our kids, so we're good.
The next item is also for Auburn High School. In your packet, you're going to find a request from Libby Dumais at Auburn High School to take a group of high school students to Quebec City, Quebec, Canada. This is a trip that's taken place for the past couple of years, and I think prior to that, right before COVID and all of that. The goal being to immerse students in the French-Canadian culture. Again, Libby has nicely come this evening, but this is a trip that the committee has approved for the last couple of years. So I don't know if you have any questions, or Libby, if you have anything to share with us.
Hi, I'm Libby Dumais. I am coming to you for the third time since COVID, asking you to please approve this fabulous trip. The first year that I ran it after COVID, of course, there were still some health concerns, but I came back with a group of students and shared with you how well it ran. I really, truly didn't think it could go smoother, and it did. This past year was absolutely fabulous. And just to highlight the fact that it's not always perfect, we had a massive snowstorm while we were up there. They were not able to snowshoe or cross-country ski. We go to a park one day, and we had a backup plan from pre-COVID itineraries of going to this mall, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but inside the mall there's an entire amusement park and an indoor skating rink and a whole different world of French-Canadian culture. The kids really loved it. They didn't feel like they missed out. It was unfortunate that we had the snowstorm to deal with. Kids were still safe. And then on top of that, they get a little bit more of the immersive experience having to shop in stores and speak the language to some of the shop owners and things like that. There's a big bookstore there that was a huge hit, so they got to buy a couple little things in the French language, and it turned out to be just fine. So it's nice to know that even when little road bumps arise, we have backup plans, and that tour company that I work with, and I know Alan has worked with back in the past too, they are just really well equipped to manage it and not make it a big deal for me or the students. If you have any specific questions about the trip, I would love to address those. The packet that you have, just to highlight what it's like based on last year, is exactly the same itinerary with the backup ideas kind of in place just in case. If I have repeat customers from last year, they would hopefully get the experience of snowshoeing and cross-country skiing and not the mall. So I'm hoping there will be some changes kind of built in, which is why I didn't switch anything on paper. I have no idea why, but it is $10 cheaper this year than last year. So that's $10, one extra little meal perhaps. And nothing else is really entirely different. I know that the field trip policies have changed a little bit. So if I need to, change how many chaperones I'm bringing or whatever, I'm certainly flexible.
Okay. Any questions?
I always enjoy this one because when you guys come in and talk about it, they're always super excited, and I feel like there's so much impact on this trip.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a good one.
If they ever have complaints, it's that I do too much with them, but I like to keep them busy.
It's good that you could pivot too, when things go
Maple
sideways.
syrup candy one.
Oh, yes.
Like
I
that.
owe you candy. It is in my desk and hopefully not melting, but I just said
I don't know
to
if I want
Dan
it this year.
when I came in and sat down, I said, I forgot the maple candy.
I
I'm
look
so
forward
sorry.
to that every year.
I'll owe you extra.
No, it looks like a great trip, and I can't believe it's $10 cheaper. Like, what a bargain for
Right?
all the, yeah.
Money is money, right?
Yeah.
And this may be the third time I'm coming in front of you, but this is the 40th anniversary of the first trip back in 1984 for Auburn High School.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And you look young, so I know you haven't been doing it the whole time.
I was not teaching 40 years ago. I was alive.
All right, any more questions or comments?
No.
All right. Seek a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the Auburn High School field trip request to Quebec City, January 16th, 2025 through January 19th, 2025.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you so much for your
Right.
support.
Have
I know the
fun.
kids appreciate it.
Yes, can't wait to hear.
Have a good night.
all about
Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, the next item is the Lisa Carpenter Memorial Scholarship. Lisa Carpenter, as you all know, was a beloved member of the Auburn community. He passed away unexpectedly this past December. In honor of Lisa, the Auburn High School Scholarship Committee would like to establish the Lisa Carpenter Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship aims to continue her legacy of support by providing financial assistance to deserving graduates who embody the values of kindness, compassion, and perseverance that Lisa exemplified. So there is further information in your packet. This was there were a group of folks at the high school that got together to talk about this. And for anyone that knew Lisa, I think those words, kindness, compassion, perseverance, certainly describe her, along with many other wonderful things. She is sorely missed at Auburn High School. So I'll take any questions you might have, but I think this is an amazing tribute,
Yeah.
a way of remembering all that Lisa gave to the high school community.
Special person, yes. Absolutely.
I love this, an underdog who has persevered.
Yep.
I love that.
All righty. Any questions about that, or? All right. Seek a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the creation of the Lisa Carpenter Memorial Scholarship.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right.
Very much.
So will that
I'm very happy.
be active this year, or it would start next year?
Start next year.
Okay, yeah, it'd be kind of quick, yeah.
I believe they are going to give out.
It's this year.
Yeah, they are
It
going
is
to give
this year?
out.
Oh, good.
They're going to
Okay.
start this year. We're collecting the money, but there's enough money for it to go this year, so.
Oh,
I didn't know
awesome.
they had gotten that far yet.
Yeah, that's
That's
great.
awesome. That's
Okay.
awesome.
All right, great.
I think we've had a couple meetings that we've missed, so I think things have been in.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in process behind our back, which is fine, so.
Well,
Well, I mean, no, no, never mind. Can we cut that out? All right, we'll move on.
The next item is to let you know, and I'm actually going to ask you to take, they should be taking a vote on this, shouldn't they, Cecilia, to accept the grant?
yes, yeah.
So we'll end up taking a vote, not information on this, but the ENDD, which stands for the Effects of Negligence of Drunk Driving. Auburn High School is the recipient of this $1,200 mini grant from the Office of District Attorney Joseph Early. I think this is at least the third year,
This is
potentially more than.
Third year at
that.
least, yeah.
The ENDD stands for Teens Helping to Educate About the Effects and Negligence of Drunk Driving. The funds can be used to support a safe, organized after prom or after graduation activities for students. So it's been very well received, great turnout at the events that they've had previously. So I do think we should take a vote to accept the grant.
I'll make a motion to accept the END mini grant.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, yeah, it's great.
Awesome. Great. The next item in the packet are the handbook updates for 2024-2025. As we do each year, we're sharing for your approval updates to the handbooks for each school. Last year, if you recall, there were some, I don't want to say substantial, but more than typical changes made to some of the handbooks around behavior expectations and those kind of things. So those were more major updates than we have normally. So this year, there are really only a few because much of that has not changed. So there is a sheet for each school in your packet. I don't know if anyone had any questions related to any of those.
Anyone have any questions? All right, no, that all looks good to me as well. Okay, oh, when you're ready.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2024-2025 student handbook as presented.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
And some housekeeping approvals that are needed. The next one is to appoint a civil rights coordinator for 2024-2025. Each school district must have a civil rights coordinator to whom staff or parents may register a complaint if they believe their civil rights have been violated. It's my recommendation that Alan Keller, Assistant Superintendent, serve in this capacity for the 24-25 school year.
All right, you sure you want to do that? Yep.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yes.
You're gonna-
If you agree.
Yes, that's all yours.
I'll make a motion to approve, that Alan, I can't talk tonight. Motion that Alan Keller be appointed to serve as the Civil Rights Coordinator for the Auburn Public Schools for the 2024-2025 school year.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right,
And
congratulations.
to add one more hat,
Talk tonight.
each district must also have a Title IX coordinator to whom staff or students may register a complaint if they have been sexually discriminated against. And again, it is my recommendation that Mr. Keller, Assistant Superintendent, serve in this capacity for the 24-25 school year.
Okay, could I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion that Alan Keller be appointed to serve as a Title IX coordinator for the Auburn Public Schools for the 2024-2025 school year.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
And just a couple of points of information. The class of 2024 commencement is quickly approaching. It will take place next Friday, May 31st, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. in the gymnasium. We are excited to celebrate our approximately 170 graduates who will cross the stage for their diploma that evening after many years of hard work and dedication. So another big event.
Yeah.
We did make the decision to move forward with planning it in the gymnasium. You know, those funky weather events at the last minute can really pose a problem for seats and all of the decorations that you have. So, and we're lucky to have the gym that we have. Last year it was very, very toasty outside, and it was very nice in the gym.
It was
So-
lovely last
Yeah,
year.
it worked
It's
out
lovely.
great. Yeah.
And likewise, we'll have our grade 8 promotion ceremony will take place on Monday, June 17th. The Phoenix team will take place at 8:30 a.m., and the Dragon team will be at 10 a.m. It's a positive, moving event that Mr. Desto and his team do a great job putting together. So just another point of information for some big upcoming end-of-year events.
Wow, it was a fast year, that is for sure. Yeah. All right, great. We'll move on to unfinished business.
And just to let everyone know that, I believe I put this out in one of my notices, but on May 7th at the town meeting, our draft budget of $31,487,276 was approved by the town meeting members. This reflects an increase of 4.5% over last school year. I want to thank town leadership, the select board, the finance committee for their thoughtfulness and care that they provided to us and supported us in putting this budget through. And I think it sets us up in a good position for next school year. We're just going to be watching our pennies, but it's going to be okay. So it's going to be good. But yeah, it was overwhelming support. So just, again, thankful for all the support from the townspeople.
I agree. Well said. All righty. Oh, we'll move on to I'm going to give you.
I was going to skip right over that.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure you want to. No, it's all good. I'm going to do the superintendent's goal evaluation update. So, each member of this school committee has completed an evaluation of Dr. Chamberlain's performance for the school year 2023 to 2024. The evaluation that has been conducted is in accordance with the terms of the DESE Educator Evaluation. This year's 6 professional focus indicators chosen by Dr. Chamberlain were student learning, professional practice, and as well as 4 district improvement goals. Each school committee member was given data and proof of progress in meeting each focal point. So each focal point indicator got a rating of exceeded, met, significant progress, some progress, or did not meet. The focus indicator 1, which is student learning, was by November 2023 established data analysis for ELA and math for all grades and learning levels to close the learning gap between special education students and general on how it affects families, staff, and students. And you got a MET on that as well, which is also a work in progress. But we've made some good headway. Yeah. Focus indicator number 4, district improvement goal. Number 2, updating the onboarding process for new staff and focus on building a more diverse workforce. And you got a MET on that one as well. Focus indicator 5, district improvement goal number 3, provide community with regular updates on a strategic plan and keep information available and easily accessible. And you exceeded in this. Over the top.
Some would say that's not a good thing.
My mailbox is overflowing. No, it's all good. Focus indicator number 6. District improvement goal 4 was create and implement a facilities committee that focuses on building safety and needs, and you got significant progress. With all the other stuff going on, yes, that is a definite work in progress. So good stuff. More to come. Per DESE guidelines, in addition to the 6 focus indicators, the committee was instructed to complete the Standards of Effective Administrative Leadership, which consists of 4 standards with 21 indicators. Each indicator is rated one of the following: exemplary, proficient, needs improvement, and unsatisfactory. Standard 1, instructional leadership. There was curriculum, instruction, assessment, evaluation, data-informed decision-making, and student learning. And your overall score was proficient, with 3 proficients and 2 exemplaries. Some comments. Dr. Chamberlain regularly meets with and collaborates with principals with regards to the evaluation process. She ensures that all staff has access to and implements effective and rigorous units of instruction and uses data-informed decision-making to inform goals, organizational performance, educator effectiveness, and student learning. Another one, Dr. Chamberlain has continued to prove her ability to lead the APS district. She is approachable, supportive, and positive in her leadership style. Standard 2 was management and operations, and under that there was environment, human resources management and development, scheduling and management information systems, law, ethics, and policies, and fiscal systems. And your overall score was exemplary, with 4 exemplaries and 1 proficient. Comments. Currently, recruitment of quality educators and support staff is a challenge statewide. Dr. Chamberlain has done her best to hire and maintain a strong workforce. Considering our number of long-timers working in this Auburn School District, it is obvious she does her very best and succeeds in areas of management. Thank you. Standard 3, family and community engagement. Under that was engagement, sharing responsibility, communication, and family concerns. And your overall score was exemplary, with 4 exemplaries and 1 proficient. Comments. Dr. Chamberlain has done a great job communicating with families with weekly emails. Dr. Chamberlain uses surveys to gather data from parents and staff on all areas, such as Step-Up Day, beginning of the year activities, and school calendar changes are made based on the data gathered. Standard 4, professional culture. Under that was commitment to high standards, cultural proficiency, communication, continuous learning, shared vision, managing conflict, and your overall score was proficient with 3 proficients and 2 exemplaries. Some comments. Dr. Chamberlain is committed to fostering a commitment to high standards through team meeting and ongoing analysis of processes and procedures. She has worked to ensure cultural proficiency within district through the strategic plan and with building principles. Another one, Dr. Chamberlain fosters positive relationships with staff and students and focuses on what is best for students and staff. And that is the end of my spiel, but I have to say, you've outdone yourself. I feel like we've had a great year. We got through teacher negotiations, and you've been a strong leader, and we're just really happy to have you with us. Thank you very much. Don't cry, because I'll cry.
I
So,
know. I'm
does
very
anyone
happy to be here.
Anyone else have any comments or Dr. Chamberlain?
Through the chair, I guess you're stuck with us for one more year.
Yeah, I know.
Well, thank you very much.
I second the no crying.
I
Can't handle it.
appreciate the feedback and welcome it anytime. Welcome it anytime. Anything we can do to make things better for our kids and our staff is what we want to do, so.
Through the chair, that's what I like the best, is kids come first.
Yep.
And I don't think it gets better. I think I cut you off too, and I'm
No,
sorry.
you didn't, because I'm going to tell you that the other piece of it, all of this puzzle is all of you. And I think the folks in the district need to be thankful for the leadership that you've all shown, the support that you consistently give, and just how you really understand what a school district needs and doesn't need, as far as issues and those kind of things that can really sidetrack districts from doing the work that needs to be done for kids. And you don't let that happen, and that means a lot. So thank you very much.
Welcome. It's been a good year.
Yeah.
So we'll keep on trucking.
Glad that's over.
Me too. Mandy, I will email you everything I just said, so you can add it to the minutes. All right. You're welcome. All right, we will move on to the teaching and learning report.
Yes, I have just a brief update tonight. So you heard Mr. DeLongchamp earlier talk about plans for summer school at the high school level. At the K through 8 level, we have something a little bit different, which you may be familiar with, and that is our summer academic camp. So the principals at the elementary schools and at the middle school, as well as the teachers there, have been identifying students who need a little extra additional work over the summer. The summer academic camp is a nice combination of academics as well as hands-on learning. We've got teachers who every year sign up for it and do a great job, and so invitations have gone out to students. We're still working out the details of it's going to be at the high school this year, along with our extended school year program that Mr. Walton runs, as well as the Parks and Rec program that runs every summer. So a lot of opportunities for our kids, some hands-on learning, opportunities to make up some of the gaps that they may have and continue the learning. So that's taking place Monday through Thursdays from 9 to 12, July 15th through August 8th. And that's a slightly different schedule than our ESY. Our ESY starts a week earlier, so I just want to point out the difference between the two in case anybody is noting those dates at home. But invitations to both programs have gone out, and those dates have been made clear. This year, I'm also excited to say that we have one of our teachers who's going to be running the program, working alongside the principals. So Jill Clough, who is a teacher at Swanson Road, will be our program coordinator for that program, who the principals and I are working closely with. And so we're excited to have her and build her leadership skills as a teacher and continue to move forward.
That's great. Great. Good stuff. All right. You ready? We'll move on to business and financial.
Okay, I have a couple of things tonight. So, first of all, I'm looking once again for the omnibus approval. I've included a memo requesting omnibus approval. As been practiced in previous years, this allows myself and the superintendent to work on closing out the FY24 appropriated budget and bring all completed transfers to the committee at a later meeting. So it would just mean that I would do the transfers, basically have that done through the town, and then I would bring those to you at another meeting, whether it be the last meeting in in June, or Mrs. Stanek will bring them forward in the next meeting in the summer.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Seek a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the granting of omnibus approval to the business manager in collaboration with the superintendent to make transfers through the close of FY 2024.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And next, moving on to obsolete and surplus electronic equipment. Mr. Bouvier, Eric Bouvier, our Director of Technology, has provided a memo listing technology equipment deemed as obsolete for district use and is seeking approval to dispose of the noted equipment. So I'm looking to have your approval. He's looking to basically have a company take over and purchase the equipment, and then we would get some money back for the used equipment, which would go back into our revolving accounts to help with future purchases in iPads and technology.
And these are outdated iPads that are,
Right.
they
Very.
can't support the technology
Right.
anymore.
So we're finding the iPads they're not lasting as long as they were, and so with coming out with the new models and stuff, we're just finding that some of them aren't meeting up to the standards and keeping up with the kids, so we're looking to try to get rid of those and move on and purchase newer ones, so.
All right.
Yeah.
Can I get a motion to approve, please?
I'll make a motion to deem the technology equipment as listed in the memo from the Director of Technology dated April 24th, 2024 as obsolete for district use and grant approval for their disposal of said equipment.
I'll second.
Okay. Any questions? I forgot to ask that first. All right, all those in favor?
I think he told us about this.
Okay.
I remember him coming up saying, and we have some things, I don't have the information yet.
Yeah.
It was like a
It
few.
was a big inventory for
Yeah.
them to do, to kind of get together everything that they
Yeah,
had.
but he was definitely here and
Yeah.
definitely was like, we're gonna try to recoup some money. There's a
Yes.
company, and I went,
Correct.
we all love
All right.
that.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. And now moving on to we're in FY '26 French River oil bid results. So Auburn has once again gone out and participated with the French River Collaborative bid for oil for the 2025-2026 school year. We already have it for 24-25, and now we're looking to, we did a bid with the assistance of a Competitive Energy. There were 3 formal bids received and 3 other vendors had interest but chose not to bid. 3 bids that were received and opened on May 6th came from Roberts Energy, Dennis K. Burke Incorporated, and Sprague. All 3 companies bid on both the UL-SHO and the UL-SHO B10. So the UL-SHO is basically the regular oil, and the with the B10 is like saying that this biofuel, they're mixing biofuel in with it, and it can be no more than 10. They call it 10, whatever.
Okay.
The amount, I mean, I'm not exactly sure, I'm sorry.
Guess.
Sounds very scientific.
Well, they're trying to increase it. They're looking at going even higher, but we've been really hesitant about moving forward. The group as a whole decided to go with just the basic UL-SHO. A lot of the districts have had trouble with their boilers, if you're using the one with the heavier or more biofuel, so we're
That's
trying
if-
to keep
that's if
it.
the boiler is older.
Right.
Right.
So,
That other fuel is made for more efficient, more.
right.
Gotcha.
Right.
Oils that are more recent. Gotcha.
But being proactive, Mr. Fahey has gone in and worked on our boilers to get them and updated them so that we are able to, down the road, receive the biofuel so that it won't be affect us as much. But there's been some districts that have had really serious troubles. So, yeah, so we went with the regular UL-SHO. And after discussion amongst the member groups, it was unanimously decided to move forward as a group. And the lowest and most responsive bidder was Dennis K. Burke with a pricing of $2.6972. This pricing is lower than the pricing for FY24, which is currently set for $3 or 3.0442 per gallon for the 23-24 school year, and is slightly higher than the pricing for FY25 at 2.649 per gallon for the 24-25 school year. Each district will need to accept the bid and sign a contract with Dennis Burke to provide the oil for 1 year period beginning July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026. Sorry,
Okay.
it's a mouthful.
Any questions?
Any questions, yes.
No? All right, seek a motion to approve that.
I'll make a motion to accept the FY26 French River Collaborative oil bid and award the contract to Dennis K. Burke for heating oil for Bryn Mawr School in the Central Administrative Building at a rate of 2.6972 per gallon for the 2025-2026 school year.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you, Cecilia.
All right, thank you. And then in your packet, I provided a year-to-date budget report for you to review, dated May 17th. And then in addition to that, I've also included a listing of budget transfers between same series for your information and between different series, which I'd like your approval. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Any questions for Cecilia concerning those 2 items?
Nope.
All right. right, I'll seek a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the list of transfers dated May 17th, 2024, as presented by the business manager.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
That's a vote. All right,
Thank you very much. And any future transfers I do make, I will note as omnibus number 1, 2, or whatever it works out to be and date them, so, and we will bring them forward. So,
Okay.
thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Good job. And we do need executive session.
Yes, if I could, Madam Chair, before that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just as we're heading to the Memorial Day weekend, I just thought it important to take a moment to thank all of our community members who may be listening, anyone who has served or is currently serving, to thank them for their service as we head to Memorial Day, and also to thank the families of those who have served for their sacrifice as well, because it is a sacrifice of all. So we are thankful for our freedoms because of those who have chosen to do so, and we appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, well said.
Agreed.
Through the chair, they had a bunch of veterans that were at the Packagug today, and it was really cute. They came up and talked about it and introduced themselves. It was really nice. It was cute.
I couldn't go to Packagug, I was at Bryn Mawr, and
Yep.
they were there as well, along with Phyllis Gallant, who's 103 years old.
Yep.
She was signed up right after Pearl Harbor, and she was a nurse in the Navy, so I don't do them all justice, but
Through the chair of the high school, there was a group of kids from the high school who last week went on a field trip to Hope Cemetery and put the flags out.
Oh,
Yes, it's very nice.
they made a connection, we made a connection with a gentleman from town who's a Vietnam vet, and they go around to high schools and they talk about what that was like, and who they are now. And they asked if we could get some kids to Hope Cemetery, because they used to collaborate with a school in Worcester that didn't want to do it anymore. And Spencer Kennard went, and I think Mr. Cutler went, he's actually a veteran. And they said it was one of the greatest things they've done with kids in a long time, because they talk about how you determine who gets the flag and where the flag goes, and there's a whole system to it. And then they gave them lunch before they came back, so.
My daughter went. And
Oh, she did?
She did, she
Yeah.
did. She loved it.
Yeah.
Loved
They said it was
loved
amazing.
Yeah, she said it was wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
Really.
So for small money to get a bus to get them there was well worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
And they did have Pony Island.
I mean, you got to order them up, you know what I mean?
That's great. All good stuff. All right, can I get a motion to go into executive session?
I'll make a motion to adjourn into executive session to discuss the bargaining position with personnel that could be compromised if discussed in open session. We will not return to open session.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call vote. Staff?
Yes?
Meg? Yep. Brooke?
Yes.
Sam? Yep. Myself, yes. All right, have a good night, everyone. Thank you for
Night.
watching.
Thank you.